Not really sure what happened there. Twitch decided it didn't want to play along, so we're going to start over. It's alright. Still me, your boy Caber, coming at you from Bedwars Studios, headquarters at Shit Shack, aka Southern England. So, let's do some debugging. Ooh, that's not good. I like how I find a bug in Twitch while I'm debugging Valium. This is why I became a game developer in general. I swear, if there's a bug in anything, I find it. Oh wait, I bet Bug Kitty's nearby too. I always find the bugs. Always perpetually find the bugs. How am I gonna? Okay, there we go. All right, so let's split this one. That can go away. All right, I'm gonna shrink this bad boy down here in half. Let's make it fit. Nope. Stretchy stretch. Ooh, God, that's even worse. Alright, just time to do it like that, and then add a new screen. Choose. And this bad boy's going to go. Ooh, get it, Fank, get it. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Look at that. Ooh, I think we gotta start this over. He's getting down like Bobby Brown, dude. Hang on, I'm starting to have to do it, but this is pretty badass. So I'm gonna do some coding too, or do it. So I'm just gonna shut up for a little bit, do some debugging, do some coding, and we're gonna hit this thing like a one-legged duck. Oh, there he is. How's it going? How's it going? Good to see some people around. Hope your weekend is well. I actually could talk about, mix up a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna let this song run and then I'll talk about Take-Two again. But, yeah.
of my mind. I'm seeing only black and white, but you brought the color back in my eyes.
Not mention how much I love animator issues. Woo-wee, those are fun. Sitting there wasting time, not playing with code, staring at freaking meshes and yeah, rigging, bone rigging, and all that good stuff. But it's all good. I need to upload this tonight, the new version. This is the new stable release that's been worked on for the last 2 weeks, and the local single player mode finally works and is finally consistent. So you fellers and ladies and all you lovely people can play and play with your friends at your house. Break out 3 controllers, play on the same screen, do what you gotta do. How's the weather? The weather is good. Oh man, my mic's too loud. Sorry, let me turn it down a little bit. The weather is good. Well, I take that back. It's not good. It's actually pretty cold and it's been raining. It rained for about something like 10 days in a row here in England, give or take. And it was just back to back. And every time I was coming in and out here, I was getting drenched. But, I mean, you know, it's England. How about you? How was the weather where you're at? So what I'm looking at right now is this. Okay, there's one cycle. See how that stopped? That's the little bugger that was bugging me. And I knew I saw that. I synced it. And it looks like he stopped as well. So there's him. But he's still boogieing down. So something got changed. Okay, so let's see what happened. I need to see the animator. The top one or the bottom one? I think it's the bottom mesh. I do apologize, there's a delay on the Twitch, on the stream, I forgot about that. So when I'm debugging and running a stream, I have to put a bit of a delay on there, so it may be a couple minutes before I actually respond. I apologize. If it becomes a problem and I get one of these windows closed, I can always redrop and set it up. Yeah. So I did get to see some pretty impressive code up there at work. I can't say what kind or what it does or anything, but I did see some code, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a certain type of code that this particular type I had used, but I hadn't used in a while, and I guess I can kind of say what kind it is. Well, not really. I just say it's code. So, I guess I can't. I guess we can talk about other jobs though. Recently, I wasn't really talking about this much at the time, but the gap I had in between jobs, I was also kind of just taking a break. I think the
football season
last
is
year,
well and truly underway with Betfair.
I gotta start
If you're
paying
looking
for
to get involved in all the action,
freaking
then look no further.
whatever you call it.
At Betfair, we've made it
Anyway, back to
faster
the
and easier to
So,
build
yeah.
your ACCA this football
Let's do some
season.
good work stories.
Celebrate this weekend.
I got
with
some
a
good work
completely
stories.
free
I just
ACCA
thought
with
about this
Betbuilder
today,
on football.
actually.
Betfair.
This is a really good one. I don't know why this came to mind. I know why it came to mind because I was messing with the laundry. My son's laundry. Anyway, I used to work for this company called Jabil. Alright, I'm going to do this. Since the code's quite boring and all that shit, I'm going to talk while I do this. Anyway, I can do it. I have ADHD, so that's how I roll. I need to change the tape soon. Hang on. I got to swap out. I got 2 of these running at the same time. Hold on 1 second. I got to put the tape in here. So, I worked at this company called Jabil, and they did a lot of, I've talked about before, they do a lot of circuit board repair. Especially back in the day when Apple had the kind of Power Max and all that shit, they did a lot of the board repair. And I used to work on the handspring line, which were like, they were like Palm Pilots, and I did a couple of the other lines too. I think one of them was like the DirecTV one, and I think I was on motherboards for a bit too. And I got one of my buddies working on the other side of the line. He was on laptops at the time, and I was trying to get over there, and he kind of flagged me down. And he was like, Chris, come over here, I'm gonna show you something. I was like, and I knew it was good, because he was kind of giggling when he did a little bit, and he only does that when there's something good going through. So he takes me over, and this is like Tough Book, Panasonic. Like they used to make, I think they still make them, but I really liked this model, but it was like one of the it was like one of the 2004 models, I believe. Yeah, like this one. But it was the fatter version, so I think it was more like that one. That might be the same. Yeah, it had the spinny screen. It didn't have the two things, because that was a bit that impressed me. Something like that. Anyway, you get the general consensus, right? He pulled the bottom off of it and was like, dude, take a look in there. And I had a look in, and there was a soiled pair of women's underwear stuffed into the bottom of the laptop. The panel, like, that pops off. And I started laughing and shit. And I was like, dude, was that like do you think it's like a revenge thing or something? You think you're trying to stash it? And he was like, the warranty screws were still on. The warranty sticker. Because, like, they have, like, the screws, and then with those, they had, like, a sticker on top. It's like one of those kind of foil peelers, so if you peel it off, it leaves the thing, and it's like, they can tell it's been tampered with. He was like, the foil stickers were still on, so it hasn't been tampered with. So it came from the factory, or someone, well, I guess the repair shops wouldn't have that. So anyway, it came from the factory with soiled panties in it. And it must have been somebody who worked on the line, probably, that made it, and I guess maybe they have an accident and hit it. I don't know. So, that's one thing we found. And another time, we got what was it? I think it might have been a handspring. It might have been a Palm Pilot. And someone had taken out the plastic card holder, because they used to have these little cards that popped in like a camera, and there's like a cell phone attachment and shit like that. And somebody had hollowed out the blank bay cover, like that's just kind of, if you don't have one in there, and they had put a bag of cocaine in there. Like it was pretty good size too. I mean, I don't know much about that kind of stuff, but it was big. It was like it looked like it was like a cigarette pack, I guess. What do you call that stuff on the cellophane? And they had pulled it out and just filled it. Like, I mean, just went to town and filled that mofo up and hid it in there. And yeah, I actually don't know what happened to that. Now that I'm speaking about it, I don't know where that thing ever ended up. But yeah, so there's that. We used to find like roaches, like people would, I guess, smoke a joint or whatever and do it around I don't know. And they would shove it in there and I guess forget, and they would send it in, and we'd always get a call to the service and be like, can you send that back? I had something in there. Because we'd find money. I mean, you name it. Earrings, diamond earrings. Somebody had earrings stashed in the back of the bay in there, and it's just all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I think the best thing I ever found in something, though, well, I think I'll save that one for another time. Anyway, I need to work on this animation, so. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so. Alright, yeah, so he's doing the robot, right? That one. So this threshold's 11. Non-moving true. Action is greater than 7.9. Non-moving is false. Dude, stop. Alright. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. Good job, Ryder. Good job, Ryder. Let's give it to Ryder. That never happens. Never. Yes. Alright. How are you two different? Alright, let's bookmark you and find out. Man, I'm kind of hungry. Speaking of not wanting to have my brains explode from the music. Where's that one I was listening to the other day? Tea and Sugar, I think that's what it was. Alright, let's start with Victory Dance. Why are you so different? Why are you so good at what you do, Victory Dance? With the loser dance. Don't do shit. No, they don't. They got some animated problems. Yes, they do. Been messing with too much code. Alright, there's that one. Okay, there's the root. Get to weapon manager. Yes. Disable all the weapon animations. Stop the system marker. Position play, stop the holding, all movement true. Got a random integer, which is going to be the action, sets to 11. Yeah, which triggers the dance. Otherwise, it's 12. Wait. 1 in 3 chance to be. Oh, it's split. Because it'd be. Oh, but it's excluded on the range, so it'd be 0 or 1. If it's 0, yeah, 50-50, it's one dance, alright, so it's half. Split it right down the middle. So there's a 50-50 chance of him triggering one of these two dances. So this one looks okay. Muy bien. No problem. So it's the other one. Wait, is that called twice? What's the other one? Local mode? Network game? What's the other one? Network game. Local game. Okay, sorry. My eyes has deceived me. Alright, so. Alright, loser dance. Why are you being a loser, loser dance? Why is yours so different? Let's put you side by side. Let's give you the SBS, the side by side with different font styles so I can get a nosebleed later on. Alright, let's clean this up a bit. Control-Delete is the greatest thing that I probably should have known. To be fair, I found out about 5 years ago, but I probably should have known about it about 20. But that's alright. Okay. This one works, this one doesn't. Well, they work, but this one stops. Alright, so disable the weapon animations. Yes, because you're supposed to do that. You're down here somewhere. Where are you at? Oh. System marker stop. Yep, right there. Disable the weapons. Yep, right there. Turn off what position play, so he drops the gun. Yes. Somewhere. Yep, right there. Set float to action 13. It was random. Well, there's only one on this one, so you don't need to randomize it. It's not good. I'm out of water. So. It's always 13. Yes. And then that's it. So I think I'm missing some shit. There's that. Yes, that one. Don't need that. Alright, so it's being set. But something's unsetting it. This is the little guy that's... Something's happening there. So we're going to mark him for later. We're going to see who be playing with my variables. Yes. I wish my overlay was working. Rebind. Non-movement, right? Somebody's setting it to false. Play root, reposition play, action, non-movement equals true. That's it. So how's it being reset? Someone is turning mon movement off after one dance cycle. It's odd that it's exactly when it does it. Exactly one cycle. Because he's at the reset position. Well, maybe not. Let's see. Where are you at animation-wise? Oh, that's the winner. Wait, is there a loop on the animation? I think there is a loop on the animation. I think there is. Pretty sure there is. The answer is yes. Defeats, yeah, so that one's looping. That one's looping. That one's looping. Is this definitely the animation? So let's find out. Robot, yes. Yep, that's him. What about you, Mr. Uprock? Yep, that's him. And where's Defeat? That'd be him as well. So they're all identical. They're in the right folder. They're all got a loop on them. Oh boy, even starts doing it. So I can even preview it if we want. I'll drag this little guy over here. That one? It's that one. Yeah. Although, apparently it's just the feet, but you get the idea. I guess his feet doesn't get the idea, but the rest of them does. Oh, did you catch up? Yeah. Did you tween it? Yeah, he tweened it. Sorta. Maybe. Anyway. Why did you stop mid-animation? That's what I want to know, little guy. Why did you not finish your duty cycle? You been playing any Rust? Anybody? I actually stopped playing so I could finish the game, so my base just sort of fell apart, but I saw a couple of y'all pop up, and there was a sign near my base. Somebody actually wrote something, so. I don't know. You know what? It's the last couple seconds of the game. I'll just deal with it. I think there's worse things in the world right now. Let's go back to it all. Oh wait, no, not the default. I want that one. Alright, let's just get back to debugging. Is that debugging? Full screen. Alright, that's better. Alright, let's trigger some exceptions, and then we're gonna finish burning in that VCR. I told myself I wasn't gonna do a late night tonight, but let's see where that gets us.
The football season is well and truly underway with Betfair.
Oh God,
If you're looking to get
another one?
involved in all the action, then look no
Alright,
further.
my New Year's resolution is to
Betfair's
pay for
made it
freaking
faster and easier
Spotify.
to build your ACCA this football season.
I say that, but I feel like I'm selling out by actually paying for it because I don't even want to use it in the first place. It's just the only way that I could use the Liquid City
Opt-in and previous deposit required.
tracks.
Free bet varies from £1 to £10 per customer. Minimum odds of 1.5 on minimum one leg. TCs apply. 18 plus. BeGambleAware.org.
Ah, this is a good one. This is one of those songs I fall asleep to all the time. This is what I call kind of airplane music. I don't know. Like window seat airplane, just kind of chilling out at sunrise. Definitely up there high on the list, one of my favorite things. I really miss traveling sometimes. I think I really used to travel a lot when I was sort of in the 20s. I think 8 states maybe? 8 states and I've seen all 50? It might be 6 now. I need to see Idaho, Washington State, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana. No, I've been to Wyoming though. Okay. Oh, and Hawaii. And Alaska. So like 5 or 6, and that's it. But, I don't know, man. Seems like kids these days don't travel so much as they used to, but can't say I really blame them. Everybody's so wired together these days. You really don't have to unless you want to. I don't know if you noticed, I fixed the shockwave right there. That was fun. I spent a good 4 hours fighting shader code on that one to get it straightened out. Botman, do my bidding. Yeah. Ooh, it's on free aspect ratio. There. Das is better. Alright. So at least that one's fixed now. He's falling through the ground with that animation too. Gotta say, I'm really proud of the handiwork that we did on the break with all those animation bugs. We nailed them all out. Like Tim the Toolman Taylor. Oop. Yeah, see that jump glitch is still kind of hanging around, but that's okay. I got the hard ceiling in, so it's alright. There we go. See? Oh, he stopped too, though. It's both of them. It's kind of obvious, though. I mean, when you get down to it, it is kind of obvious. Did you throw any exceptions? I thought I killed that. Debug.log, clogging up my loggers. No, I've definitely deleted you. Oh, wait a minute. No, because they'd have to be doing that. They'd have to be jumping. That's not it. You know what? Let's search something like that, though. There's got to be another one in here. Alright, let's put a game check in. Checking the game status. Manager? You don't have game manager cache, do you? Game manager? It's the network animator. The dreaded network animator. Why? Why do you do me like this? I really don't want to reference something once. I really don't want to, but it's a local client check anyway. Alright, you know what? I gotta at least know. I disabled the animator. Fun fact, I upgraded the overlays base from C# version 4 to version 9. Recommend doing that if you ever enjoy being extremely stressed and pissed off and not having anything do what it's supposed to do. Highly recommended. I started the project off on the wrong version and locked it in, and I had no access to the new libraries, and it was very frustrating. Well, at least we're going to get a notification that he's doing it this time. But the only thing about that is he'd have to be off the ground for that to matter. And they're both doing it. It's got to be it. So we gotta catch it after the game is over, theoretically. If I can tack this one out, we can release tonight, but I got a sneaky suspicion all those code changes we did on the single player knocked that one out of slot with the animator, because I was messing with it for the start conditions, which was fun to figure out, by the way. Should be close to the end of the match. 27 seconds. I know this level's slanted, but it shouldn't count much. Oh, listen to me yawning. It's only 2 a.m. Alright, here we go. Oh. He did run. Okay. Well then, I guess we got something for that, don't we? We're gonna mark it. And then we're gonna add the game manager. I swear I had it in there. Guess I got no reason for it. Till now. Alright. Let's give it the old Boy Scout try, shall we? Yes. I believe we should. I don't know why. I have had C-Lab on my head all day. It's particularly that part where, you know what? I can even play it briefly because these things aren't even cop. Anyway. When Murphy's like, people always ask me, Murphy, what's it all about? I think that shit is so funny. What? Give it a break for a second. C-Lab. Murphy. I think it was like people's own. Oh, where's it at? Is it Murphy? Yeah. The monkey one was the other one I was thinking about. Is it W? No, it's the other one. Can't remember which one it was. Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah, O'Reilly, as soon as he kicks, okay? Don't sweat it, because everything on this end is prepped for the harvest.
Daddy old Faith and Begorra. Sure, and we're praying for a bumper crop. Now, what about the wee lad's gallbladder?
Sorry, Patty. I'm pickling that for my Thai guy. Aphrodisiac.
Oh, the heathens. Sparks, big idea. Pizza party for Griff. Everybody gets to make their own a pizza pie. Choose their own toppings. Oh, and I'll put on a puppet show. Ah!
What are you doing?
You looked at the sick kid. You're probably teeming with plague juice. Now strip down and let me get to your boo-boos.
Oh, I missed that show. Oh, can't listen to that. Oh, no. People always ask me, what's it about? What was the other one? The Bizarro one's pretty funny.
Oh, this little guy. Buddy, if I had a peanut, I'd give it to you.
Bizarro, I love you. Bizarro, I love you.
Hey, who's got a peanut for Turtle Face?
Turtle Face.
He's allergic.
They'll kill me.
He'll kill me. Alright, one more, then we're going back to the game. Is it running? I think it's running anyway. This is the best part about automation. You run the shit, and then you don't have to worry about it. Hey, why do you think the game's over? Oh. It's not specific enough. Sorry. Game manager. Game over. Okay, let's try that again. Is that too many? Why are you complaining? Oh, because there's no if statement. What if we forgot the if? It wouldn't do shit. Alright, now it won't flood my log. Ooh, you asked an exception. The variable crosshair parent and weapon manager has not been assigned. You may need to assign it. What do we got? Who's the culprit? Weapon manager 4071. Weapon manager 47. 47. $4071. Yes. 4071. First of all, the indention's off. Guess we gotta do a null check. 'Cause you joined the game late. If the crosshair parent is known. It's kind of important though. Suppose we can give it the old take a swipe at it route. God, you got another one? Oh. Alright, where's the crosshair parent? We do transform route. First of all, what script is this? Weapon manager? Yes. Transform. Well, you already attached to the parent. So transform, but find my favorite command. What am I looking for? Crosshair parent. You know what? I'll deal with that later. It was a race condition because he joined late. I just don't feel like fixing that right now. Had that been a live game, it would have skipped it. Because if you can't disable something that doesn't matter, so it just gets skipped. See if it does it again. It might. We'll see. It's that first few seconds whenever you're in, when the switch over right there happens. That's when your problem comes up. But it looks like it did it just once. It was a one-off. Alright, we should be coming up on it here in a second. I think we squashed the bug. And I also think I've been muted for the last 10 minutes and didn't know it, so... So the one on the right's got the code change, the one on the left doesn't. So we're going to have an A and B. The one on the right should dance on, and the one on the left should stop about after one cycle. There we go. The one on the left stopped. The one on the right still going. See? So, bug squashing, and we squashing the bugs, and no more animator problems for me. So, we mush on, we let it run, and we let this bad boy run through the night because I need to see if there's any bugs in this release before I let it out to you kind and lovely individuals watching this either now in real time or after the fact. Ooh, spike ball failed. How far are we in? 1 hour minus a 15-minute burn-in. I don't know, peoples. I'll hang out with y'all for a while. Hang out without green eyes. We gonna hang out. I would appreciate it if some of you people watching later would maybe share our channel with some people or the Discord. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. We're trying to get some foot traffic over to Valium. Like I said, I don't charge you guys for the channel. I'm not going to charge you guys for the game for the immediate future, so you should jump on it while you can. Get a free license on Steam while it's free, and then when I start charging people, if I ever do, you could be like, yo, I got it. I don't have to pay for it. So all I ask is that you share and share alike and get some people coming over and playing some games, talking some shit, and being generally nerdy. I'm so glad we fixed that shader. That was really difficult. I'm really happy with those grenades. This is like that early morning stuff I used to love. I guess we'll talk about some old school stuff. Back in the day, around the late 90s, about 99 actually, I was hanging out in Chicago a lot, like a whole lot. And then kind of later in 2004, because one of my really good friends, well, best friends, yeah, Frederick, his dad lived up there, so we used to hang out. But towards the end of the 90s, before the 2001, a lot of people don't know this, at the turn of the millennium, when Clinton went out of office, there was a bit of a red wave when Bush came in, and the mayor of Chicago swapped out, I believe, and the Republican came in. And up until that point, there were some really, really big parties happening in Chicago, like really big, and like they were happening in warehouses and just like abandoned churches, abandoned schools, just all kinds of just really cool places. I even went to one that was in it was an elementary school, National Guards, just crazy places. They were renting them out. We were throwing raves, you know, and they were getting really big towards 99, and to the point where there were really, you know, there was like a lot of overdoses and stuff like that happening. And I remember before it happened, like right before it happened, it was getting really crazy, and I went and saw like Richie Houghton, Paul Johnson, Christopher Lawrence, DJ Scribble, DJ Macro, whole bunch of just really good people, and it was in convention square. I think it was a convention center. It was a big convention center, and it was outside of Harvey, Illinois. And this was in this would have been like February, late February, cold as shit, so cold. I just remember freezing my ass off because I just bought this. I have ADD, sorry, I jump around. I had this polyester kind of Union Bay shirt, no jacket, no sweater. I don't even think I even like had. I may even brought a hoodie and left it in the car. You know, drove 5 hours up to hit this party, and that, you know, was like 3 months after the transition, when the Republicans took over. There's nothing against, you know, it's not a political post. It's just before that we got to do all kinds of crazy shit, you know, big parties. And I remember normally we might see a cop or two, especially like that far out outside of Chicago. Like Harvey, Illinois is far. Like it's actually, I think it was Indiana. It wasn't even Illinois. I think it was Harvey. Was it Illinois? I think it was Indiana. No, it was. Yeah, look at that. That's the first thing that comes up. Yeah, warehouse district. Straight up warehouse district, right? Yeah, there's Harvey. Yeah, and then there's Chicago. So yeah, it's like, yeah, down there. Right, so you're talking South Side Chicago, right? And oh man, look at that. So anyway, I remember that I had heard, because the promoter was a friend with somebody I knew, and I remember him saying he was moving it out. It was supposed to be somewhere else. It was supposed to be in a big like steel abandoned warehouse. And I remember a year before that, it had gotten shut down. Oh no, sorry, that was a different party. Anyway, he said he had it outside of the city a little bit. Well, not completely out, but he had it in an area that was a little bit out because he had heard that there was, you know, there were like new efforts in Chicago and they were really cracking down on rapes. There was a bunch of overdoses, GHB and some other stuff. Just really terrible stuff, you know, the whole thing, you know. I'm just there to see the DJs, right? I'm there to have fun. So they decided this party was going to be the crux of it. You know, they were gonna show that you could go out of the city, throw a party, and we're going to get you. You know, because they're getting ready to pass this legislation, which I'll talk about later. So 15,000 party kids show up at this building. I might even be able to find some pictures for it. Waiting to see, and it's about, you know, it's late February going into March. It's Chicago, and it's the middle of winter. You know, it's like negative whatever. And normally they open the doors up and they roll everybody through, right? They pat them down, whatever. So everybody gets lined up early, and right then, like 10, 15 cop cars come rolling up, and like they don't even park. Like, they're all CPD. They're all Chicago Police Department. And then maybe 4 of them were like Illinois State Police Department. And then there were like 2 sheriffs with them. And they all rolled up at the same time. And they didn't even park. They just like pulled up on the lawn of the place. This was the party that did it. Let's see if I can find like the right one, because it's Chicago fire. Yeah, there was a fire, I heard too. 1999. Hard Floor, he was there. He's got no content. Whatever. I don't want to log in. Yeah, this guy was there. Oh, that's it. Oh, I found one. I never find it. Okay. So we'll do this and I'll talk about it while we do that. So this was from that party. This was in a warehouse. Oh, please let me play this. Please, please, please let me play this. How do I play that video? OMG, you gotta let me play that. Why doesn't it let me watch these? You know what? We'll do it this way. Can I just search it? Can I search the mofo? Latest videos, playlist. Where's all? I'm so sad if I can't watch it. Anyway, so they show up, they pull up in the front and make a statement, you know, essentially. That's only 19 seconds of it. They get out of their cars, doors aren't open yet, and they stand up in front and basically sort of make their presence known. And the party's supposed to open at usually around 11. Usually the good Chicago parties open around 11. Well, 10 people start trickling in. So it's like midnight. Still nobody's in, and the line's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and people have been out there for like 2 or 3 hours in the cold. And a lot of people got pre-sales back then. In that area, a lot of times you couldn't get at the door. They just wouldn't let you do it. They just wouldn't. We'll go to images. Yeah, this is the party. This place was so crazy. Little tiny ass picture. Yeah. I think that was Armin van Helden. Possibly. Yeah. I mean, the place was crazy. So, after all this time, 2 hours goes by. They're not letting anybody in. Crowd's getting bigger. They're randomly busting people up. And when I say that, I mean, like, they're just walking up to people. And there she be. Oh, look at that. I was close on the date, the 26th. Oh, I want to cry looking at this. 2000. So we're just into, like, actually, Bush hadn't even taken over yet. Sorry, I was wrong about that. But the city was swapping that way anyway. So, yeah. Big old party. Richie Houghton, Jack Revere Hartford, Nigel Richards, Christopher Lawrence. Yeah. Sorry, I was wrong. Diesel Boy, Daniel Waltrud. A lot of people. And it was supposed to be, if you look, it was, like, listed. Anyway. So they walk up to people with a flashlight. And they just point it in their face, and then, like, they'll just, like, 2 cops will walk up to them, like, on each side and kind of put their hands on them, and they'll sort of stare at them. And they'll say something, and then they'll just, like, haul them off. They just, like, start hauling people off left and right. And at this time, I'm actually quite scared, because for 2 reasons. One, 2000, that would have made me, I would have just turned 17 years old. Like, just turned. Like, I'm talking about a month or 2 before. A. B, I'm in Chicago. And so I'm 400 plus miles away from home. C, my mom doesn't know. She thinks I'm camping or something like that. And D, all the people that came with me were insane. Like, they were crazy people I haven't seen in years, and I've just kind of only hung out with briefly. Most of them had stuff on them they shouldn't have had. Like, it was just a bad situation. You know, a lot of them had a whole bunch of alcohol on them, and they were minors. Like, it was just bad. And, which is fine, because I'm good. I'm not worried about that part, but if they get in trouble, they're my ride, and I'm 400 miles away, and, like, it's a Saturday night party. I have to be at school, like high school. I was a junior. You know, 24, 36 hours. Yeah, I guess I would say, because if it's Saturday night, like 4 in the morning, actually have been Sunday. Yeah, not even 24 hours I had to be in school. So, they piss everybody off to the point where after the, paddy wagon shows up and they're pretty much just ready to start throwing half the party and paddy wagon's out, this full-fledged riot breaks out. Like, full-fledged. Like, people start throwing stuff. The tent that was holding everything up, everybody kind of charged it and knocked it down and sort of picked it up and just, like, ran at the door with it to kind of ram all the police officers who were up there. And then they sort of, like, busted the sort of doorway open and ran in because they were sort of guarding the doors. And then like the whole party worth of people just flooded into the party. It was probably like 10,000 people, you know, at that point. And basically it was chaos. The whole thing just took off. Oh man, I didn't realize I was in camera view the whole time. Anyway, and it was just crazy. People ended up starting a fire, and there was a big fire in the front of it, and the tent burned up, and I think maybe a car caught on fire. Not sure if that was related, but I might have to stop here soon. My throat's starting to hurt. Anyway, so yeah, they started cracking down, and after that night, not long later, I think within a year, they had passed the Rave Act. And it basically banned raves in the interstate. It's called the Reducing Americans' Vulnerability to Ecstasy Act. And it specified what was techno music, what was a rave, how many people constituted a rave, down to the point where if it was like 3 people and there was a 4/4 beat playing, that was a rave. And you could be fined, whoever owned the property where it was happening could be fined like up to $10,000 or something like that. So anyway, that was Chicago in the late 90s, basically, and stuff got crazy and they locked down. And the only place after that had parties were clubs. That was kind of the end of the warehouse era at that point. Oh, hang on, we got the animation check, sorry. Yep, he's dancing. Oh, he's pissed because he lost. Yep. All good. Just as we thought. So, oh, now look it up. Alright, while we're doing that, what was I talking about? Oh, the Rave Act. Oh, yeah. So, this is where most of the big stuff happened after that. They closed down. Maybe it's back up. I don't know. Is it back up? It's a big place. Let's see. Yeah, closed. It was the place from the cable guy where they did the Knights of the Round Table thing. It got converted into a club. Yeah, and it was like a 3-story club. It was nice, but I mean, dude, it was always so crowded in there. I think I actually, interestingly, oh my god, you know what? While we're debugging, I can switch it up for a minute. I actually forget that I like religiously carried cameras on me to these things. I actually have a lot of videos. Some of these parties. Let's see. Got some pendulum. Let's see. I might have some of these actually. I have some of BT in that club, but it was a big place, and there were some crazy setups in this place. Maybe not. Alright, let me see here real quick. What do I got that's old? I have something good that's old. Hang on, just let me have a poke around. Hang on. Where is the old parties? Yep, that's it. You know, it's a crappy video because this is 2005. So this would have been that club. I switched over to Chicago. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it. His manager ended up letting us get really close to him. Like within 10 feet and something. This was like a 1 megapixel digital camera. It was terrible. And this was all live. This was not easy. This was here, laptop, 2 cents. Beautiful, beautiful. But I got better stuff than that. I got better stuff than that. That was 2005. Jesus Christ, that was 18 years ago. That's BT. This is Kansas City, Missouri, 2005. Oh my God. Look how young I am. Look at this. Look at that shit. Alright. We got... this is BT.
It's the motherfucking man I know I'm excited to see. This motherfucking guy.
I want to point something out before I show the rest of this video. I had turned 21 8 months before this video, and I was never a drinker, like ever. But this is probably on the top 5 list of the most I've ever drank in my entire life. I had a bottle of tequila before I even walked into the place, and it was me and my best friend, and it was crazy. And you're gonna know why I pointed this out in a minute. I get really loud when I'm drunk, so. If you saw BT back then live, because this is when he came off of his hiatus, he was only spinning for a while, and then this was him coming back in and doing live. So anyway, without further ado,
He just had to release a score from the movie Stealth that came out tonight, and he did the
this was his release party for Stealth,
and he's worked with that
for him doing the soundtrack. That is what a bottle of tequila sounds like on a 21-year-old. This is the first time I ever saw BT. I know, I could just pick it out of the crowd. I'm going to fast forward it because I don't want to hear myself talking to random people when I'm on a bottle of tequila. It's just sad. Alright, is it going to play? Come on. Don't be like that. Come on. Wow, VLC player actually fails. That's alright, we'll do it the other way. Oh, come on. Alright, I guess VLC it is. Maybe Windows Media Player. Is that still a thing? It's still a thing, right? Oh, computer's acting like she's about to crash on me. Uh-oh. Hang on. No good. No good on Windows Media Player. Wah. Guess VLC it is. I think after this I'm going to drop that, but we'll see.
It's the motherfucking man I know I'm excited to see. This
Oh, I'm so sad. That means it's corrupted. It's a shame cameras were so bad. It's hard to see anything. That's that early 2000s Chicago party. Or sorry, it's Kansas. There we go. There's the man. Motherfucking BG. Yeah, he did a special rendition live of Dreamer. That was it. I've never been able to find the name of this track. Then I've heard it twice. Once in Amsterdam and once here. Even scratching live. Such a good set. Oh yeah, this place was beautiful. That's right. Let me write. It was a National Broadway Theater, is what it was. And you'll see on the trimmings right here. Watch. See the pillar? This is it. This is the remix of Dreaming that I've never heard him do except right here live. Such a shame that I talked all the way through this.
It's good if you're in that, you know, like, yeah, that place is good in a way. Yeah, that's land and shit like that. Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. How many people scroll up there with? I was stationed at Fort Bragg in the Army. You know, I'm used to going to Jersey. Yeah, I mean, have you ever gone to the local Christmas parties like this before, man? I went to Whistle 3 and 4, dude. Driving 5 next year.
Just to kind of point out something really funny that I've got it paused. I don't know if you can hear in the background I'm yakking to somebody. what ended up happening was that was the friend of the manager of BT who was out there hanging in the party. And I saw him walking through with some gear and ended up talking to him. And we were talking about BT, and then we were talking about one of the other guys on his label who plays on it, who was playing at Whistle. I don't know if you heard me talking about Whistle. Whistle was a party that was in Pensacola, New Jersey, and I was like, I just turned 16 and took a bus like 1,000 miles to go to this party to see this guy. And this guy was friends with the guy who was the manager of both of them, who said that he was there also at that same party. So we're in Kansas City, Missouri, almost, hang on, let's see. This is kind of coming back to me. I've forgotten about this. And second, oh, New Jersey. How far apart? 1,135 miles distance between these two. So I met a guy here. At this time I was 21. No, when I'm talking to this guy, it's been 2005. Yeah, I would have been like 21. Maybe 20, just 22. I was here at a party seeing BT, and I met a guy at that party and like 6,000 people who was at a party here 1,000 miles away in 1999. What are the odds of that? And that's the part of the conversation I remember here. Whistle 3. He was talking about it. He knows the whole lineup. So he knew the lineup of that party off the top of his head, which was a big list. I mean, it was a big list. Big, like, I've talked about this before. It was a big list. It was like a 3-day party. That one. This party. Where's the back sheet? Oh no, there's no back sheet. Oh. Where's the lineup? Oh, 2000. That was released in 2000, sorry. '99, yep. I thought there was one that had it. It's just crazy that, and then that one was 98, yeah. Yeah, literally, people died at these things. It was crazy. I saw 2 people brought out, like literally. It just sucks there's no lineup. It was a big lineup. It was like, the flyer was like that big by that big, and it was a 4-pager, and they were usually just like one, like nothing like that. Anyway, so he was there, and he knew the lineup, and he... Anyway, I think that's enough for tonight. My throat is pretty much done for, and I gotta let this debugger run all night. So, we're gonna call it a night. I really appreciate y'all coming up and hanging out with old Green Eyes, and if you are watching after the fact, thanks for watching too. I'm gonna give you all the best.